What if I told you that the Democratic Party was the party that fought to keep people enslaved? That the Democratic Party was the party that allegedly founded that K organization? Let's talk about it. So there's all this talk about how Trump wants to bring back segregation, and there's a lot of information on here that's actually not factual. So I'm going to do a 5-part series starting today on the history of the Democratic Party. So let's begin, shall we? So the Democratic Party was the Democratic Republican Party, and it was founded by Thomas Jefferson and James Madison back in 1790s. Around 1828, Andrew Jackson became the president of the Democratic Republican Party. He was a slave owner. They were all slave owners. And they split. When Andrew Jackson became the president, he became the president of the Democratic Party because the Democratic Republican Party split. You want to know why they split? They split because the Southern Democrats had slaves and wanted to keep them and fought to keep people enslaved. The Republicans were like, yeah, no, we don't want slavery. We don't think people should be enslaved. And that's when the parties split and it became the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. So when there's all this strife about the two parties, they never got along. So we're going to take a little trip down history lane and we're going to start today. So that's the beginning of the Democratic Party. Did you know that? Did you know that they were once both a Democratic, it was one party, Democrats and Republicans. I'm sure you heard somewhere in all of the talk that Black people used to be Republicans. It all makes sense. So in part 2, we're going to talk about the Civil War and Reconstruction and how this whole thing became a thing. And I want you to understand when you're on here listening to information and they're talking about how Trump is bringing back segregation, he can't, first of all, and he's not. And just because he's a Republican, you have to understand it's the other side that wanted to keep slavery. The Crockett's, the Obamas, the Clintons, the Sanders, the AOCs, which a lot of them call themselves liberals. Yeah, they're calling themselves liberals because they don't want to be categorized under the title of Democrats because they know the history of that party. I mean, that party allegedly founded that organization. So they don't want to be a part of that. They want to be like right in the middle. So you support that. So this series is going to be specifically towards Black people, but it's for everyone because there might be some other people who don't know the history of the Democratic Republican Party. So we're going to talk about it. So make sure you follow me, like this video, share it, and stay tuned because tomorrow we're going to get into part 2, which is the Civil War and Reconstruction. We're going to get this all cleared up. We're going to know what the facts are. And then you're going to tell me in the comments why you're a Democrat and why you choose to stay a Democrat. Because, by the way, I used to be a Democrat. I voted for Obama the first time. So we all learn, we all grow. And like Maya Angelou says, when you know better, you do better. So follow along and then maybe you'll make a different choice. But let me know down in the comments right now.